It's that time of the day where we like to say it is game week predictions time. It is game week 15. We are going into the Tuesday fixtures. Tuesday night, under the lights. Oh my god, it is going to be beautiful. As you can tell, Tuesday night games are my favourite. Let's see how we did last week. You can see this look on my face. It's the best week so far. I got 17. Tom got 9. We win again. Today is the first ever for the National League Predictions series. We have 2 guests instead of 1, Craig and Chelsea. Welcome to the video. In the first game of game week 15, we have Altrincham at home to Oldham. Both teams coming off the back of different results. Altrincham being involved in an 8-goal thriller. They went 2-0 up, they then went 3-2 down, they went 4-3 up. They conceded a 97th minute equaliser. Oh dear. They are now unbeaten in 3 matches though, so they are looking good going into this game. Oldham keeping a clean sheet for the first time in forever. Fondop scoring again in a nice 2-0 victory at Boundary Park. Oldham have the worst away record in the league, so this one is going to be an easy one to predict. My score prediction for this match is Altrincham 2, Oldham 1. Chelsea and Craig, it's over to you.
Evening guys, Vanarama National League fixtures for Tuesday evening, 25th. Altrincham versus Oldham. Now, another crazy game. It's only until you actually think about the games that we've actually had. Some of them are really weird. Altrincham away, I literally thought we were going to go into that game and win like 2 or 3-0.
Ref cost us.
Well, the referee did cost us because it was never a penalty. And the Tom Whelan one, I think that was just inexperience. I think that he, well, you could probably see that he tried to back out of the second tackle, but it cost us in the end. Anyway, Altrincham at home against Oldham. Oldham away, it's a bit hard to tell what they're going to be like away from home because we've only played them at theirs. However, I basically think it will be 2-2.
I'm saying 2-1 to Oldham. Hate to say it because I don't like them. But yeah, 2-1 to Oldham.
In the next game, we move over to the Beehive, not to get stung, but to watch a 5-goal thriller at the Hive. It is a London derby. It's Bromley versus Barnet, and hopefully it won't let us down. Yeah, I've just realised it's at Bromley, not Barnet. I look like an idiot now. It is 6th versus 10th, and a win could see Barnet edge closer back into a playoff spot. They were top at one point this season. They've fallen down the table a little bit with bloody goals galore, but I think they will start moving back up. Bromley participated in a 5-goal thriller at the Technique Stadium, losing out to Chesterfield. Adam Marriott at the double, and it all kicked off at the end. It was a big fight. Barnet actually had a low-scoring game for a change. Nicky Kabama getting his 10th goal of the season. This man is unbelievable. He was unbelievable when he was at Aldershot, and he continues it. He'll score again today. Well, tomorrow. Barnet have a poor away record with 5 points, and Bromley have a very good home record. But I'm back in the Bees. My score prediction is Bromley 2, Barnet 3, Chelsea and Craig. Yippee.
Next is Bromley versus Barnet. Dad, what are you saying?
Bromley versus Barnet. Bromley, again, another team that we were unlucky at home against. I think that we should have had at least a draw out of that. The amount of chances, even Povey said, during his actual game time of that one, how on earth we didn't put the ball in there, a goal line clearance and everything else. However, Bromley versus Barnet. Barnet, you never know what you're going to get. Away from home, they put 5 against Wrexham, but I just think they'll have enough day at the office. Bromley are still flying high. I think Bromley will beat Barnet 1-0.
I'm saying 1-1 for that game. I think they're both as good as each other.
Dagenham and Redbridge versus Borehamwood. Dagenham and Redbridge just lost 2-0 at the Shea. Jesse Deverell, the 91st minute winner, sealing the victory. 3 points for the home side. Dagenham are now in 14th. They face Borehamwood, who are coming off the back of a home draw versus Wrexham. A brilliant result for them. Managing to hold off a team like Wrexham is very impressive, considering that they'll be going for the league. Fair play Wood. Although they did celebrate their highest attendance at home with 2,300, and that's 1,100 away fans. Borehamwood are first in the away standings, and Dagenham and Redbridge are 9th in the home standings. It's going to be easy. Danny Newton will bag himself another goal. Borehamwood will win this game. It's going to be close, but it's one that the Wood will edge past. It's going to be Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Borehamwood 1. Chelsea and Craig, do you agree?
Dagenham and Redbridge versus Borehamwood. Now, Dagenham and Redbridge, I would say last season, they were probably one of the most informed teams picking up points left, right and centre. We haven't played them this season, so we don't know what to expect. You can only go on form guide and league table. But Borehamwood at home, as we sort of found, the amount of pressure they put on us towards the end, and we held out for a 2-1 win. But I still think that Borehamwood would have just about enough to beat Dagenham and Redbridge, and I think Borehamwood will win 1-0.
Borehamwood are doing quite well for themselves. They're sitting at 4th at the moment, and Dagenham and Redbridge are sitting at 14th. I said Borehamwood to win 2-1 because I just can't see Dagenham and Redbridge winning.
Eastleigh versus Torquay. Eastleigh losing 3-0 away to Solihull Moors. Solihull went down to 10 men. I mean, it was late on to be fair, so it didn't really affect much of the game, but Eastleigh lost Torquay managed to scrape a draw right at the death. Dylan Crowe getting his first ever professional goal. 97th minute. It was unbelievable. They were 2-0 down. They went 3-2 up. Went 4-3 down, and as I said, they drew 4-4. Ross Marshall also got sent off for a ridiculously stupid challenge. It wasn't really a challenge, he might have probably kicked him, to be fair. What a brat. I back Eastleigh to get back to winning ways at home. They are a brilliant side at home. Torquay at bottom of the table is going to be Eastleigh 1, Torquay 0. Chelsea and Craig, have you predicted a more convincing scoreline?
Eastleigh versus Torquay United. Interesting. Torquay United rock bottom. I wouldn't have predicted that. And taking into consideration, one of the best strikers that we had last season was Corey Andrews. He's obviously not bagging the goals for Torquay United for whatever reason. Maybe he's injured. Who knows? We don't really know what's going on there. But I wouldn't have put Torquay to be bottom. It's a must-win game for Torquay, I think, because they've got the mighty shots coming up. Let's face it. But Eastleigh at home, obviously, are going to be pretty strong. We found that out 0-0. I think Eastleigh will have a bit too much for them, though. I think Eastleigh will win 2-0.
I'm saying 3-1 to Eastleigh. I do think Eastleigh will concede a goal.
Maidenhead versus Solihull Moors. Maidenhead losing 2-1 at the Hive. I mean, you would have expected a lot more goals in that game, but it was only the 3 goals this time. It was a very scrappy game, and they managed to come away with absolutely nothing. Welcome to Maidenhead. Solihull Moors got back to winning ways after a nice 3-0 victory versus Eastleigh. 2 goals from the spot and a red card. What more do you want? Well, probably goals, to be fair. The usual goal scorers bagged again. Alex Reid opening the scoring. Andrew Dallas finishing it off. Who else was going to score? Let's be honest. Solihull, now they have a bit more momentum, will continue the winning ways. It is going to be Maidenhead 0, Solihull Moors 2. Chelsea and Craig, it's your go.
Maidenhead United versus Solihull Moors. I have to say it, Maidenhead is the worst ground that I think we've ever been to in my entire life. Standing on a brick wall for 90 minutes is not easy. Trust me. And especially when we can't put our flag out and things like that. Having said that, we had a great following last season at Maidenhead. They play Solihull Moors on Tuesday evening. I think Solihull, they've had a bit of a mixed bag as of late, but I still think that Solihull will have too much for Maidenhead, and I'm saying Solihull Moors to beat Maidenhead 2-0.
I'm saying 2-0 Solihull. That's the only one I think we've gone together on.
Maidstone at home to Southend. Maidstone coming off the back of an absolute battering to Notts County. They only had 20% possession for the whole game. Stats via Tom Williams. What an absolute legend, by the way, for providing those. They barely create any chances. One thing I will say about Maidstone, though, brilliant fans. Excuse me. Southend sailed past Scunthorpe with a nice 3-0 victory. Jake Hyde at the double. I said he would score. I didn't say he'd score 2, but he scored. He'll score again in this fixture. It's going to be way too easy. Maidstone still haven't won in the league since that 3-1 victory over Aldershot. And they'll lose again today. My score prediction, plain, simple and easy, although every time I say that it never happens. Maidstone 0, Southend 2. Oh, what is wrong with me today? Chelsea and Craig.
Next is Maidstone versus Southend.
Maidstone United, right, for whatever reason, the most weirdest game I think I've watched this season. We were, well, I'll say all over in first half, but I think we deserved to be at least 1-0 up at half time. We went in at 0-0, and I've never seen a team come out and play against us like that. And for us to, be battered for the first 10 minutes, be like 2-0 down in about, 5 minutes? It was laughable. They beat us 3-1. I don't know how to this day. Maidstone against Southend United. I think Southend away from home and Maidstone at home, they're both that'd be an electric game because they both have good fans. But I think Southend United will beat Maidstone 2-1.
I said 3-2 Southend. I think it's going to be a juicy game.
Scunthorpe versus Gateshead, a team that was relegated last season versus a team that was promoted last season, but they're both near the bottom. Scunthorpe coming off the back of a 3-0 battering at Roots Hall. They were absolutely appalling. They were torn to shreds by the Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde strikes again. Gateshead lost 3-1 to Woking, and it could have been a lot more. Woking missed a penalty, and I'm sure that they missed a lot more chances. I mean, this game's probably just going to be the most boring game of the weekend, to be honest. It'll be a 1-1 draw. It's just going to be a snooze fest. Snorlax versus Jigglypuff, the IKEA fixture, whatever you want to call it, it will be a snooze fest. Chelsea and Craig, what are you thinking?
Scunthorpe United, Gateshead. I thought it's a bit of a weird one, really. Gateshead, I think, are where I thought they were going to be, around about, in the relegation zone. Scunthorpe United, we played them away, 1-0 up in 2 minutes. Again, I keep saying it, another crazy game. 1-0 up in 2 minutes, 3-1 down after 27 minutes. Everyone's shouting Molesley to get out. I just don't know how I know how we came back because we just performed second half and we deserve to be 3-3. I think Scunthorpe at home, for the reasons of how they played against us, I think Scunthorpe will beat Gateshead at home 2-1.
I'm saying 1-1. I can't see either of them winning. I think it's going to be a lively game.
It'd be like Woking Town Centre or a bonfire night. I'd be dead.
Just like to thank Hiccup, Kobe.
And Kobe. Sorry.
Kobe.
I was all right the first time. All right, shut up. I'll take my hat off to you because this score prediction is not bloody easy. So,
It's really
and I've
not.
literally had 15 minutes to score predict. For you to do this either every Tuesday or twice a week, every Saturday, I'll take my hat off to you. So wherever my hat is.
Now, in the next game, we have Wealdstone versus Notts County. Two brilliant footballing sides, but two sides going in different directions. Notts County coming off the back of a brilliant 3-0 win Friday night under the lights. Erling Langstaff, scoring again is not even a surprise at this point. He was brilliant. Just to clarify, Notts County are 3 points clear at the top of the Vanarama National League table after Wrexham dropped points away at Boreham Wood. Well, they win the league already. Wealdstone in the league have lost 4 of their last 5 games. The win against guess who? Oh, guess who's not a team, but you have to guess who. The wins, never mind. It's not looking good for the Stones. I don't know why I say this, but this one is going to be an easy one to predict. It's going to be Wealdstone 1, Notts County 3. Erling Langstaff at the double. Craig and Chelsea have switched up the order. Time for you to decide.
Notts County versus Wealdstone. Wealdstone were flying at the beginning of the season. I think, to be honest with you, they got some good signings. Kretschmer, obviously from Woking last season. Iniefon went his own way. He's come to us. I said Wealdstone, they've still got Kinsella. So, but I think Notts County will have too much for them. I think Notts County at home are strong. And at the moment, I think they could win the league. But we'll see. Notts County to beat Wealdstone 3-1.
Notts County are on top right now, and they're doing really well for themselves. I'm saying 3-0 to them.
It is a battle of the Ings. It's Woking versus Dorking. Both teams coming off the back of a 3-1 victory. Woking winning away at Gateshead, Dorking winning. Ryan Seager with another goal. Gregor Cox also with another goal. This should be a good one. I mean, realistically, you just know that I'm never going to be backing Woking. No matter, Woking could be top of the league, they could be unbeaten for the whole season, and I'll just never back them because why would you do that? That is poor. Up the shorts. My score prediction for this game is going to be Woking 1. I think they will get a goal, but Dorking 2. James McShane with the brace. Chelsea and Craig. Thoughts? Question mark.
Bring it to our next one. Woking. Great. Lovely, yeah. See in the name, innit? Woking. I always feel better when you say that name. Anyway, Woking versus Dorking Wanderers. Now, this game is going to be quite interesting because depending on how the result goes is what we're in for on Saturday. That's the best way of looking at it. So, Woking are flying high for whatever reason. There's something going on there. A lot of people are not even talking about them, but
They're 7th.
to be 7th and they were 5th before Saturday is quite a big thing. Dorking Wanderers away from home. I can't really say what they're going to be like away from home, but I think Woking will have too much for them. I think Woking will beat Dorking 2-0.
I'm saying 2-1 Woking. I hate to say it. I just hope they lose.
Yeah. Build a bonfire, build a bonfire.
Wrexham at the racecourse versus Halifax at the racecourse. You think this fix is only going to go one way? I think it will. They're still 100% at home this season, although they are coming off the back of a 1-1 draw versus Boreham Wood. Aaron Hayden, the unlikely goal scorer. Well, it's unlikely. Everyone in Wrexham scores. Even the bloody man at the pub probably scores, let's be honest. And although Halifax are coming into this game off the back of a brilliant run, they are 4 unbeaten. Jesse Deborah sealed a win for the Shaman. A 91st minute winner sending the South Stand wild. Big up Luke Walsh. But Wrexham at home are a different animal because they're dragons. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, Wrexham are always going to win this. It's going to be Wrexham 2, Halifax 1. The racecourse is absolutely absurd, like the predictions that Chelsea and Craig are about to give.
Wrexham versus Halifax. Well, I'm not being funny. Some teams can prove that they can score goals at Wrexham, and Barnet were one of them. We beat Barnet at home 3-1, and I think they were one of the worst teams we played. Having said that, they put 5 past Wrexham. Wrexham beat them 7-5. Also, having said that, Halifax, they need to, obviously they've picked up a little bit since we thumped them, but I just think Wrexham will have too much for them. I think Wrexham will beat Halifax 3-0.
I'm saying 4-1 to Wrexham.
The penultimate game of Game Week 15 shows the game that I will be attending. It's Aldershot versus Yeovil away at Hewish Park. Yeovil on a terrible run of form. They have won 1 game in the last 9 league matches, so if we don't win this, I'm going to cry. Aldershot coming off the back of a 2-1 victory over York. It was an absolutely beautiful game. Joe Partington back in that midfield, steady the ship, and it was amazing. We really did miss this experience. It just emphasises my point even more, the fact that we had one of the youngest squads. The experience wasn't there. As soon as the experience comes in, we get a hold of the game. Even when York had 11 men, I still think we were the better team, creating all the chances. It was a deserved 3 points. Tyler Cordner opened the scoring for us. Lennell John Lewis equalised after Tommy gave it away, doing bloody Maradona's rainbow flicks and all the skills under the sun. They run at the other end of the field and score, but he makes up for it and gets the winner. What a man. We look so much better. Terry Brown's Red Blue Army. If we win the next few games, do we give Terry the job until the end of the season? One thing I will say is it'll be a lot cheaper. I think we will win this game. We are unbeaten in 3. Terry Brown's Red Blue Army will march on into 4 games unbeaten. We will win 2-1. Tyler Cordner to score again. Chelsea and Craig, the fellow Aldershot fans. What are you thinking?
Aldershot Town, after a great result on Saturday against York. Tough game against Yeovil. I will say tough game. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to say Yeovil Town 1, Aldershot Town 2.
I'm saying 3-1 to the Shots.
Now for the last game, we have the team that we just played, York versus Chesterfield. This will be a good one. York now sit 1 place outside of the playoffs after they lost to the mighty Shots. Chesterfield, they got back to winning ways. Although they went down to 10 men in a controversial tackle, I'll let you guys decide. Although they were down to 10 men, they actually played quite well, to be fair. They gave a good account for themselves, and I think that they'll do well this season. Lennell John Lewis bagged himself another goal, and will he bag in this fixture? Chesterfield in a 5-goal thriller, an absolute boxing fight at the end of the match. Red cards galore, it was bloody absolutely mental. I wish I was there. Kabongo Shamanga back on the score sheet. Ollie Banks, Jeff King, it was an absolutely masterful display at the Technique Stadium, and they will win again. Chesterfield have the momentum going into this game, and I think they will have enough to get over the line. It will be York 1, Chesterfield 2 for the last time. Chelsea and Craig, it's over to you.
York City versus Chesterfield. Like I said before, great result for the Shots, beating York City. I just think York City will obviously, it's just probably just had an off day at the office, but Chesterfield at home are going to be pretty strong for them. I think Chesterfield will beat York City 2-1.
York City are sitting at 8th right now, and Chesterfield are 3rd. So I'm saying 2-2. I do generally think it's going to be a tight game for them. That's us done. All on here. It's all on paper. We cannot take it back. We'll be taking this to the game.
One result that matters Tuesday night. Come on the Shot.
Come on the Shot.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe. At the time of recording, we currently sit on 399 subscribers. We're 1 away from 400. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get to 1,000. Thank you for Chelsea and Craig for being on the episode. It was lovely to have you guys on here. You guys were amazing guests, but you will lose because I'm the best. Hopefully Aldershot get another 3 points. We start moving up the table. A mid-table finish would be absolutely beautiful. Just progression on last season, please, boys. I'll see you beautiful people later. Let's go! Bye, bye, bye.